A number of people have submitted their applications, hoping that they will fill 3 crucial vacant IEC Commissioner positions. An IEC Commissioner has the important task of administrating the country's elections as well as directing the operations of the IEC.
The focus really gets turned on to the IEC Commissioners once elections occur. So whether these are the national and provincial elections or the local government elections that is taking place next year. So they need to manage the national, provincial and municipal elections and to make sure that these elections are free and fair. They must declare the results. They must even look into the education and awareness activities to inform the public before such elections. They even need to manage political party funding, the register, the declarations, etc. So overall, it's to oversee and direct electoral operations.
However, what is required of a commissioner of the IEC and what prerequisites does one need to have if they so desire to be appointed a commissioner of such a crucial Chapter 9 institution?
This person must be impartial. They must be independent and act with integrity. That is the topmost that is required. We do want people that do not have any political affiliations or at least have held high political office. And this then is also a requirement for the IEC commissioners themselves. Preferably, we want to see people with experience. So whether this be in terms of tertiary or postgraduate qualifications is always an added advantage. And then they must have a demonstrable understanding of the framework of constitutional democracy in South Africa, as well as with the election sector itself, and then understand a broad representation of the South African community.
Fisher says those who will fill the positions will have their work cut out for them, navigating difficult terrain and often catching stray bullets from political parties.
So this person and the 3 commissioners then must be able to understand the context, deal with the consequences and fallout, learn the lessons from the NPE last year, but then adequately prepare for the local government elections. Now, luckily, the local government elections were not as impacted with the Electoral Amendment Act, but we have so many more role players that will be entering this across the board from political parties. It's positive then in the sense of how do we then reframe the narrative within the GNU and how do we adequately prepare? They've seen the challenges and now they must start addressing those.
The Office of the Chief Justice will now convene a panel to review the nominations and shortlist candidates for interviews. Following that, the panel will interview shortlisted candidates and recommend a candidate to the National Assembly for consideration. The lawmakers will then consider the report and recommend candidates to the President for appointment. The President will then make a decision and appoint 3 commissioners. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.